And look at the time, 16:49.32. Don't forget, I don't think we've seen Dr. Ed Russell yet either out there. Last year he finished with 4 seconds to spare. He's one of the people who's been doing this race since 1984. We saw, of course, Ed run across the line. We saw Dick Winslow across the line. Don't forget, we do call them dickheads for a reason, just so you will remember the 3 men who were doing the 28th consecutive race. You see a high five up there. We can see 2 more athletes shortly here as we've 10 minutes now for the countdown time. And let's get ready to rumble. Let's keep those clappers going. We're going to cowbells. Let's bring them through as well. It's making that noise here as we're about to welcome another athlete for Robbie Yergo from Salem, Oregon, the 63-year-old who has done this race on 4 previous occasions. He's about to close in for a 5th time as the countdown really begins now with less than 10 minutes to go. As Robert Yergo is about to clock in, it's going to be a 16:50 in about 30 seconds rocking clear. We've got those catches on the line. It's a flying through to the finish line. And Mr. Brian Brown is going to be Lenny Mazel from Santa Monica. The 33-year-old doing this race and the distance for the very first time, losing his line vicinity, as we said, 16:50. And Kurt Messenger, 2 hours in Oregon, represented by the man who's raced with us before, the 50-year-old, has raced at Coeur Lane and at the World Championships in Kona. Don't forget, for some of the pros, today race meant a lot. Not only for the money, not only for the prestige, but also for the points that will get them to Hawaii. We've seen at least 2 new age group records. We have seen a women's overall record in the form of Mary Robertson, 9:05 Rocky, beating a record that has lasted since 1990, up to 51 years. That record has now been beaten with a record number of finishes, we hope, by the end of the day, as we are now just 8.5 minutes away from the end of the day. We can see another athlete who is approaching, who will also come on through. And don't forget, it's Gator, you're out there, Gator from Australia. We know, we'd love to see you back here with us, as coming back on his home turf. Another Pentic tonight, who raced in 98, 99, 2000, 2002, and 2010. This will be his 6th finish for Pentic since very young. Paul Belange, the 46-year-old, clocking in at 16:51.55. So less than 8 minutes of official time right now, and we thank you all for staying around. It's a way to wrap up a great party when the athletes gather from around the globe to join us here in the South Bay party. They come by the thousands, they bring families, they bring friends, they bring their coaches. Many of their family end up volunteering their time and their services, and this is the time we love, when we know people are safe, when we know they've made that journey. For those who are disappointed by the day not finishing, we thank you for sticking around. Don't forget, time and patience are the 2 greatest warriors. You can hang tough and you can make it to the line. As to Yalak Washington is represented by the next man. He did his first journey with us in 1986 when we officially became an Ironman. He came back in 87, 88, then back in 99 and 80 and 2009. He's back on the line. It is Steve Lynch out of the up, 16:52.55. We can actually see 2 more athletes that are within the final 300 meters as well. So let's get ready to bring them on home and show them how much we appreciate their efforts here in Kansas City. And the Sioux, who is 2011 and 29 first with a great Ironman. And from Seattle, Washington, it's going to be a first-time finish. The 35-year-old young Holu is now within the final 15 meters. You can see how happy he is. He's going to be about 6.5 minutes inside the allotted time. It's a 16:53 for 27. And that's at the line as we see another athlete who's also getting some high fives. And I believe it's a person out of California. It is indeed. We've got over 300 of their finishes so far. This lady is back. Now Arizona, number 2385 is going to be Francine Wheeler next to arrive at lunch. She does so at 16:53.49. So Jordan, if you're down there.
Iron spectators, I know you've had a long day today, but now is not the time to let up. We're approaching our final 5 minutes. Let me hear you here as we get set to welcome our final athlete.
So Jordan gives a high five to a fellow Jordan, winner of this year's event once again, as we are less than 6 minutes away from official competition. We've got binoculars out to see if there's any more athletes left on Lakeshore Drive. We can see someone heading up the far way there, and that's the way to do it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have the music, we'll have the beat, and we'll be counting away till we see the final finishes through. 5.5 minutes official time now left. We want to see if we can see someone else. You've got someone funny out there. That's not going to be a sub-17 as they head up there, because it will take them 5 to 6 minutes to get up there, even at the pace that they're going right now. But finish our rounds, we have to welcome each and every closer. A reminder, last year when the crowds merged, we thought we had seen the final finisher with about 12 seconds to go. There emerged one more figure through the crowd and finished just inside with 4 seconds to spare. The closest finishing pair was Cheryl Johnson of Alberta. She and Alfred Jimmy have both done the race there, here watching today, I believe, but she finished with 2 seconds to spare, and that was when Graham himself, Graham Freezer, grabbed her hand and they ran along with her husband towards that finish line, and the hamstring got under. As we have Mayor Dan Ashton here watching the finishes of Graham, he must be very proud. 25 years of race directing, it comes down to the final 4.5 minutes as we are getting close. We've got Jordan Rapp out there clapping for the athletes, and we need to say a big thank you to him for embracing Kentucky, embracing the city, embracing the sport. So many people done from around the world. That's why the 26 events that are known as Ironman, they're a full capacity field. That's why there are more Ironmen in the future, including one in Quebec, including one in New York. We've got there may be a final finisher heading down the home stretch shortly here as the time is passing, and we are now, ladies and gentlemen, just 4 minutes away from the midnight hour. We could see 1, 2, possibly 3 people, but it could be supporters out there that are running alongside. But we have at least one more person. It looks as though there is one person. In fact, there was someone running alongside. Let's keep it together for us. We never know who the last person's going to be until the clock ticks over. We've got Francis Dooman across the line. She went through a while ago, so she is at least a penultimate finisher, because we can definitely see with 3.5 minutes to go that there is at least one more athlete who can make it to line. I can see, I believe, another athlete beyond that. And one person is running people in, but it looks as though there may be 2 athletes that are now approaching the line. So let's get ready to rumble with a little relax, and thank you go to Hollywood and your men's winner are along the home stretch there to welcome the other athletes. Everyone's a champion here, as you know, whether it's winning $12,000, whether it's winning the admiration of lots of other supporters and spectators. Less than 3 minutes to go as we begin the final stretch, the final run to the line. That's what we need. Gina and Dobrowski from Seattle is now approaching. The female was with us last year, and look at that strong finish. She is going to make it. Gina and Dobrowski to the line from Seattle, Washington. It's a 16:57.23 clock. There's someone else we can see there as well who's coming through the crowd, and again the time is coming down. We are now, I believe, just 2.5 minutes away. This person is definitely going to do it. There's another athlete as well, about 50 meters back of this athlete. So we have at least 2 more people who can make the cut-off time here. As the click comes down, you're not finished yet. Keep going. You're not at the line marker. Here is the line. Up to the arch, and you're going to do it. You're okay. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. It's Martha Kirkman from Denver, Colorado. Raced 2 years ago in Arizona in the 50 trio, and man who's come from the 51 from Arizona with a 300 finish. It's 16:58 on the line too. And Martha Kirkman from Denver, Colorado also closes it. 1 minute and 45 seconds of official time left. 1 minute 45. We're up here with Mike McCormick, by the way, a 2-time champion here. We were so thrilled that he came in to join us. He's been witnessing the finishes throughout the day. He was here at the swim finish with us in renowned course to watch some of his athletes riding through. Our thanks to all the coaches that are here. Don't forget, we'll stay around till final athletes across the finish line as we are now coming down to 1 minute and about 10 seconds left on the clock. So let's keep it pumping away there. No matter who's out there on the roads, even if they're even a mile away, they can hear the sound. We'll bring them in, even if it's just over 17 hours. We've done that many times before. You remember when Rick and Dick Hoyt did so, and we stayed here for an extra hour and a half to welcome them, because that was one of the most admirable finishes. Ladies and gentlemen, look at the clock. We are now inside the final 45 seconds to let you know it looks as though we may have seen our final finisher, and that would have been Martha Kirkman, who was the final finisher. There's no one else at this point that we can see in sight, so we'll be carrying it down the final 30 seconds, and then we'll keep the music pumping, and we ask you to stay around because there's a few more athletes out there, including one of my McCormick's. Don't forget one of the Geary brothers is out there as well, I believe. That'll be Will Geary, who originally made this home here in Penticton. So if you can stay around, we certainly will, as the clock is now going to be ticking over very shortly to wind things up for official competition. But you can imagine, if you've been out there 17 hours, you want to be able to get through to that finish line. So let's count it down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the midnight hour. That is 17 hours of great competition in the 29th version